Toe meets leather, and we are underway in Atlanta. Leary from his 5. Gonna try and return it. Got blockers in front of him. Spun around at the 20, still on his feet. 30. 40, out of bounds at about the 44. Georgia Tech off to a great start. Ends with a first down and 10 near midfield. King, play action. He's gonna go all for it, and he's got Singleton. Beat his man, he's gonna score!
Wow! One play! That's all Haynes King needs. And how about the true freshman, Eric Singleton Jr., product of Douglasville, Georgia. He has been phenomenal for this Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets team, and what a play. Soft play action, no penetration from the Bowling Green defense, and one and done.
53 yards on the hookup, and Singleton has now scored a receiving touchdown in every college football game he's played in.
And past guys because of my speed, so we'll see if he gets one of his favorites later.
That one was boring then.
Because he just blew by the defender, Terrion Stewart. This is a heck of a back. It's tackled, but that's going to be a horse collar. Picked up about 2 yards on first down, but they're going to add 15 onto it. Referee Jeff Flanagan.
Personal foul. Close contact with the 13 defense. 15 yards. Penalty. We had to move and run. First down.
Jeff Flanagan leading our ACC crew here, Mark. Let's take a look at the call.
Yeah, nothing, good call. It's pretty obvious live, but you see these guys, the first play of the game, perimeter run, and you're going to have to deal with the big boys up here on the first 3rd and long.
4 wide outs. Instead, they give it up the middle. That's going to be a first down. Teron Keith comes into the game and
exposed over and over again in that run game.
Tech brings 5. Will they get to him? They do. Down goes Bazelak. It's a team with 8 sacks last week, and they pick up number 1 this week. Counted off at 20 yards as they're now back into their own territory. Bazelak will look to throw. Tech brings just 4, gets it out to Keith, who is out of the backfield and makes the catch, but he's going to be nowhere near the first down. Gain of just 7 yards to start this game in those black and gold uniforms that they wore so proudly when he was the coach. King with a little hitch. Now he gets it out. That's Rutherford.
They're going fast.
Control the tempo of the game, and right now it seems like Faulkner wants to go fast. Up the middle, there goes Haynes, still on his feet, taking the abuse and picking up extra yardage. The 5'9", 180-pound Jamal Haynes.
The run blocking, right? And that first run that they had, much improved.
King the fake to Cooley, to his tight end Leonard. Leapfrogs the defender, down inside the 15. They'll mark him at the 12. King passes it out to Leary. Touchdown.
Well, we said Bowling Green might script their first 10 plays or so. I think Georgia Tech has been 100% on execution across the board. Every single thing that they have tried has worked. This time, King get out on the edge off of the zone option, and
Aiden Burr with the try, and he splits the uprights. Keith in the backfield with Bazelak. Bazelak will throw. Tech brings just 3, so he's got time, and he's got a tight end over the middle. Makes the catch and stays on his feet. Andrew Bench with just his 2nd catch of the year. It's going to be enough to move the sticks. Give to Stewart. Tries to change his direction. Look at those quick feet for a big guy. Still on his feet inside the 40. Down inside the 30.
man!
Kenan Johnson had to track him down. He was dead to rights before you knew it. Hayes like to throw. Georgia Tech brings some heat. Has his man Hilaire right at the first down marker, and I mean right at it.
Really hurt defenses.
Orth is going to keep it himself. He's got blockers on the edge. Still on his feet inside the 5 and reaches for the pylon. Touchdown!
Wow, okay. Okay. Cam Orth. And that was a designed quarterback run. You know, it kind of looked like he was rolling out to pass the ball, but all the wide receivers were blocking the entire time.
Orth may have stepped out.
First down and goal.
Keep rolling. Yeah, yep. Right there, the heel out of bounds.
Yep.
And again.
And that ankle at the end.
Orth is going to keep it again, looking for the end zone. Won't get there. Braylon Oliver, no, that now they say he did get in.
There.
It looked like Braylon Oliver was going to keep him out, but he just kept his footing and refused to go down and finally broke the plane.
Man, what a desire to get in the end zone by Cam Orth. And look at this push in the middle. You see Biggers just mauling the offensive lineman, and again
took over, got him into the end zone. Allen and I's kick is good. Third down and 19. King has a receiver open in Dominic Blaylock, but not even close to the yardage to gain. Jalen Husky on the coverage, and Georgia Tech.
Bench, you got to get the appropriate rest time in between sets.
You also don't want to wreck your shoulders, which is always possible. Stewart trying to wreck this defense. To spin again, stays on his feet, still on his feet. Down to the 45.
Yo, man.
11 yards once again for Stewart.
Before 4-down territory.
Keith motioning out of the backfield. Georgia Tech bringing heat up the middle. Hilaire can't make the catch.
Those little things are what's going to allow Bowling Green to get back into this game.
Off his first incomplete pass of the game. King now trying to find a receiver, but can't. Overshoots his man. That was Dominic Blaylock, was the closest receiver even in proximity. Since Bowling Green is not a Power 5 school, and I'm not sure what a Power Conference is. Stewart spinning and still on his feet.
Yeah, we talked to the coaches about Stewart, and
Bazelak has a receiver wide open here out of the backfield. The throw is high, but it's brought in by Stewart. Inside the 30. It'll be another first down for Bowling Green, 27 yards. Great play design, Mark.
It really was, and it looked.
Empty backfield again. Teron Keith in the slot. Bazelak looking his way, now the other way, but the pressure finally comes and brings him down. Kevin Harris with the second sack of the day for this Georgia Tech defense.
Their leverage and strength really well.
Bazelak has time, has a receiver over the middle, caught. That's Abdul Fattah Ibrahim. Split wide at the bottom. Tech brings just 4, or throws, and the receiver fell down.
Yeah.
Coming out of his break, Finn Hogan fell down. Yards out. Very little wind, as you can see the flags on top of the goalposts. Anaya puts a toe into it, and he's got plenty of distance and plenty of accuracy.
Someone was lying to you, Chris. He looks like he would have been good from at least 45.
And then they got on the board in a hurry, but they have metaphorically cooled down, trying to get it back. They're going to go with this guy, Haynes. Got blocked from Singleton out on the edge. That sprung him for an extra couple of yards. It's a first down. 7 for 7. He's missed his last 3. 3rd and 10. Falcons bring just 4, so King has time, but way over the top.
Eat correctly, don't have the right release point. Whoa, whoa! That's not a... That... What happened there?
That is not how it was designed. Finn Hogan fell on it. Let's take another look at this one on the punt.
Look, it just
hit off the shoulder pad of the up man.
Yeah, wow.
A big mistake on special teams for the Jackets. Bowling Green back in business when we come back. The bottom of your screen.
Georgia Tech showing 2 high safeties.
They come with just 4. Bazelak as a receiver. That's the great team, Austin Osborne on the reception. Daniels covering nowhere close to the first down.
Point of that bunch, that's Hilaire.
Tech bringing pressure. Bazelak gets rid of it. Has a receiver for the first down. Osborne again, and Daniels giving chase. Stewart on the carry. Comes back this side, gets a block from his quarterback inside the 20. Tackled by Harvey at about the 15. They bring it. Bazelak going to the end zone. High press. Caught by Finn Hogan.
No way! Yo, wow! Finn Hogan. That could have been the best catch I have ever seen.
Not only one-handed, but with a defender draped all over him.
Wow. On the waist, pulling him to the ground. And that was a phenomenal catch by Finn Hogan. 6'5", 215-pound transfer from Central Michigan. He's making a statement on this game.
Anaya adds the points.
I'll tell you what, he's not going to be able to play without cookies again.
Right. How does Tech respond here in the late going? Rutherford. They need to get the ball in his hands. They need to get it in Leary's hands. You know, they don't have a stable of receivers that are 6'2", 215 pounds. As we King to throw. Pressure up the middle. Steps up into it. Pump fakes. Will keep it and step out of bounds. The 46.
Don't have a lot of them. It's those types of scrambles that'll pick up 6, 7, 8, 9 yards.
Anytime you have a quarterback sneak, under center too, which is not something you see very often in college football.
Can't run a quarterback sneak. I feel like you have to be able to do that.
King again to pass. He can step up here and run. He's got a lot of grass in front of him. 40, down to the 36. And he took a hit.
You know what?
Now the flag comes in.
I don't think.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 3 on the defense. The penalty is 15 yards. First down.
Yeah, and no targeting because nothing hit the head or neck area, but you see it doesn't look like it looks like he's kind of cutting back and slowing it down, obviously, on that play, and that'll bring up 3rd and long.
Falcons bringing the house. King is going to have to get flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to get sacked.
Oh, that's intentional grounding. That's got to be a
ball came out. Either way, he didn't get it. He's outside the tackle box, but he didn't get it within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage. No. Big old Chase Davis chased him down.
And really good job.
Forward pass. There was no receiver in the area. The ball did not make the line of scrimmage. That's intentional grounding. Penalty is a loss of down at the spot of the pass. 4th down.
That is going to knock Georgia Tech out of any type of a field goal attempt as well.
Yeah, I mean, what a big play. And
Hilaire in motion. Bazelak gets it to Hogan. A lot of room to run. Inside Georgia Tech territory. Inside the 30. Down to the 26. LaMiles Brooks tracked him down, but 49 yards on the first play from scrimmage in this half from Bowling Green.
Well, and just no one was covering him. And I don't know whether that was supposed to be Paul Moala.
Bazelak to give to Stewart up the middle, crashes into the 2nd level. Down to the 14, another first down. The 5-yard line. Bazelak will throw. It's Hilaire. Down to the 2. It'll be 1st and goal, Bowling Green.
Good time.
Bazelak in the gun. He'll keep it. Trying to get to the edge, and he does. Touchdown Falcons.
Wow. What a play fake. And Connor Bazelak, not the runner out of the quarterback group, but he made a great read and saw the defensive end crashing down in the corner, and good job of pulling it and getting into the end zone. And what a way to start the 2nd half. Watch number 9, Kennard, down. And then just loss of leverage on the outside. I don't think Scott Loeffler knows who his guy's going to be after this game. Both Quarterbacks are playing well. Ball with strong hands.
3rd down and 5. King to throw, pressure on the backside, gets hit. And the pass goes awry. We'll get a flag on this too.
Oh, late flag. I think Rutherford, I think he pled his case and got one called.
That area where Brent Key.
Pass interference, defense number 3. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Key was pining for it, as was Rutherford, and they got the call.
Looks like the side judge, or the line judge, couldn't see that.
Got a free play here. King is going to hit his man. Play lock. So a little bit of momentum, a little bit of the rhythm here for Georgia Tech offensively.
There it is.
Got another flag down. No, we do not. Yeah, we do.
Offside. Defense number 7. Correction, number 38. Collusion line, play man, first down.
Going again. Ooh, another free play. You better go up top.
Instead, he gets it back to play lock.
Same play. Let's copy paste.
Physical receiver. Jenna in motion. Give to Jamal Haynes. He's going to pick up another 5-6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
And that's that same push from the Bowling Green defensive line.
Haynes King will keep it.
And I don't think he got it.
He's right on it. Far side linesman will mark it down. I think it's going to be 4th down, Mark. I think you're right.
Came back out, had a good game.
4th down for Georgia Tech. It'll be Haynes King
Oh,
again, and he loses his footing.
It.
He may have fallen forward just enough. This may end up being the rare measurement in college football these days. He lost his footing as he was trying to get traction.
His helmet also came off, so he will have to... It slips a little bit out of his hands.
And then he runs right up against the center's backside. He didn't get it.
Wow! What? Whoa, man! Back-to-back quarterback sneaks stopped.
Tech brings just 4. Bazelak is going to run it. Gets hammered at the 24, and that's really close to a 1st down as well. LaMiles Brooks is able to tackle and bring him down, but the last time it was 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 on the last go-round. Bazelak underneath, but no way Allaire's going to make that happen. King with the stop.
Hey, when you need... They're going to have a illegal block downfield by the running back who just kind of took out the linebacker.
Holding, defense number 21.
Ooh, wow.
Carries an automatic 1st down.
Oh, I need to see that.
Hogan with room to run into Georgia Tech territory. What kind of a game is this kid having today?
I know, and again, another good play recognition.
Hogan now in the slot. Give to Stewart. Still on his feet. 35, just powers his way, bowls over defender, gets down to the 34. Another 1st down for the Falcons. Bazelak. That's Keith.
Man.
Inside the 20, inside the 10, and out of bounds at the 6. LaMiles Brooks is running all over the field chasing these Bowling Green Falcons, but not catching up to him until they picked up big chunks.
And it's that swap action. And swap by meaning like the wide receiver or running back are coming from the left side of the field back across to the right side of the field. And
but it has been a different story today in Atlanta. Stewart trying to get to the end zone and will make it.
yes, he will. He's going to get in. And
Bowling Green is housing Georgia Tech here on their own field this afternoon.
Yeah, and 14 points scored right off the bat. And since then, there have been 30 unanswered points from the Falcons.
Anaya to make it 31-14, Bowling Green.
You got a lot of teams that are playing some really good football and then some question marks.
And the up and down nature of this team continues, but that's a beautiful pass.
You just haven't seen a whole ton of down the field passes.
Oh! Intercepted. Still on his feet, Deshaun Jones. To the 20, and he's going to score.
Oh, man. Well, you know what it looks like when you put a nail in a coffin, Chris?
I think that's what it looked like.
That's what that looked like. And
didn't I just say the up and down nature of this team?
Yeah.
And after a beautiful pass,
yep,
it's a pick six.
Yep.
Up and down.
You know, forcing it a little bit, just a real, phenomenal play.
It is 38-14 here at Bobby Dodd.
I think so.
King has time here. Flag down on the play. Might be a free play. Blaylock got a foot down. That's a heck of a catch by Blaylock.
I'll tell you who's going to definitely be playing. It's Blaylock. Get himself a nice game. 5 catches, 100 yards.
King to throw.
That throw.
Singleton makes the catch. And then he steps out of bounds. That's another one. I mean, that had to be a perfect throw.
Yeah, it had to be. And
pressure coming up the middle. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage and then dropped. It looked like Leary was going to be able to come down with it. Still 10 on the play clock.
Bowling Green's coming.
Now they check out of it and bring just 4. Haynes King's going to have to run it. No, he checks it underneath. The beautiful job by Haynes. Sidesteps a couple of tacklers. Picks up the first down. That was a nice job by Haynes King as well. Looked like he was going to run it.
Avery Boyd, this game, the wide receiver, big wide receiver, physical guy. They wanted to get him involved more.
Rutherford, great in space.
There
That's
it
why.
is. Well, all right. There you go. There's some life. Can stay on the field, go for 2 here.
Trying to make it a 16-point game.
There he goes.
King looking to throw. The back of the end zone. Blaylock couldn't come down with it. The lead remains 18 for the Falcons.
Get that linebacker spot.
Is there any doubt that guy was going to get the ball? Stewart got it, but Georgia Tech's defense rose to the occasion and stopped him in his tracks. Who knows? Either way, it's going to cost Georgia Tech some yards.
Very interesting to know how they even saw that on replay if we can't see it.
King's going to use his legs, and he gets drilled at the 35. That'll bring flags out from everybody. Darius Lore-Fills, who was injured moments ago, back in the game, and he just lowered the boom on Haynes King, and that'll add 15 yards to the end of that run.
Personal foul. Dead ball, personal foul, late hit with targeting, number 9, defense. That play is under further review.
Yeah, that's all the targeting things.
Field today, 16 white, 2nd down and 10. King to throw. Falcons bring just 4. Blaylock again, still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 32. King to throw. Underneath to Cooley. Deflected in the air and intercepted.
What a
George
catch.
Oladokin. I think that was deflected twice before Oladokin was able to bring it in.
The old tip drill.
Anders got a piece of it first, I think. 2nd down and 10. Bazelak stopped inside the 5. Late flag, though. He may have gotten Georgia Tech on a face mask here.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
See Powell Lee. Nope, it wasn't him. It was bigger.
There it is. Stewart spins away from the defender. He is just so tough to bring down. Still on his feet.
There he goes.
Out to the 37. What a run by Stewart. Sims again had to bring him downfield with that 17 yards. Tech brings delayed pressure. Got it to Osborne. Wallace on the tackle. Right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a first down. Right on the line to gain. Stewart. It is just so hard to bring him down. Look at him carrying 3 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets to the first down marker.
Dream come true. Bring him to the game today.
Second down and 12 coming out of the timeout. Bazelak. Osborne. First down and more. Finally brought down at the 30.
Anytime he imposed his will on this Georgia Tech defense. And here he goes again with a little shiftiness, breaking another tackle, trying to get to the edge. Well, they call him bully. I'll call him Scary Terry because he...
Yeah, Hammond a couple of games ago, Pitt coaching staff said, we got to get this guy the ball more. That's it. Enough playing around. Trying to get it to Hilaire on 4th down. Incomplete. So Georgia Tech will take over. Expected. The day where the team came out in the Ghost uniforms. Thought they could build off that win last week at Wake Forest. Just hasn't come to fruition today. That meant Chase Davis's name is going to be brought up in those meetings.
I would think so.
Complete over the middle again to Rutherford, Malik Rutherford. You expect to get hammered, or at least get beat by Georgia Tech on the road, but the MAC is what matters. Now you come in here and you like, it's like you steal a win here. King picks up good yardage before sliding down
to Atlanta, and okay, this is what we saw in August, and the team starts believing.
Underneath. Good to see Dante Smith back in action.
You see a 41-15 time of possession. This has been, it's just been wild.
Yeah, their first 2 touchdowns. That's another score for the Jackets. That's Abdul Jannah, and that's 2 weeks in a row. The big receiver has gone up to bring down a touchdown catch.
And you want to build confidence where you can build confidence, and no one's feeling good right now on that Georgia Tech sideline.
Very enviable position. Onside kick coming here for Georgia Tech. Ball bounces high, picked up by the wide receiver, Hilaire.
7 days from now can be a completely different feeling on this Georgia Tech sideline.
That is a good point. Falcon fans that made the trip down I-75. One final cheer for their club. What a performance it was as our 2 coaches embrace. Final seconds tick off the clock. And it has gone final. Bowling Green Falcons out of the MAC come to Atlanta. They're down 14-0 early. They weren't shook.